Beavers are well known as wetland engineers. They're better at this than humans will ever be, and they can work in locations where machinery would be very damaging. They're a keystone species, or one on which many other species depend. And the rugged, steep-sided Lardeau Duncan Valley very much needs the work of beavers to maintain our small but precious wetlands. We also need beavers to help mitigate the impacts of climate change. Here, a beaver dam holds back water on a side channel as the main river drops in the fall. The reason for this project was concern over low beaver numbers, as a number of previously occupied beaver habitat complexes appeared to be vacant. So a formal inventory of beavers was thus proposed as the place to start looking at actions that might help them recover. My name is Brenda Herbison, and I'm going to share with you a few photos and findings from this inventory. We inventoried beaver colonies by searching for beaver dens or lodges, or for signs that beaver lodge dens may be nearby, such as these fresh dams, and such as these fresh tracks, fresh drag marks in the mud, heavily used drag trails, branch depots alongside the channel edges on the way to the food cache, and fresh cutting patches. And scent mounds. Beavers create scent mounds to mark their territories. And canal works. Beavers dig canals to access inland food sources, such as here. They also dig canals to bring water from larger water bodies to their ponds. Beavers dredge the bottoms of ponds and side channels, particularly in front of their den sites. They also dig freestanding pools fed entirely by canals, such as this very large one on the lower Duncan Delta. Beavers here most commonly construct a hybrid bank den stick lodge, as shown in these examples. They often make use of existing woody debris collections on the bank edge, tunneling underneath them, and then armoring later on top. Sometimes they den directly under a log jam without the use of a bank. We found signs of beaver works, either historic or current, in almost all of the old meander side channel complexes along both rivers. This is the one I just showed you as a close-up. Here's another example up the Lardeau River of an old meander complex where deep beaver pools dug by beavers decades ago are now used by western toads. Here's another amazing example up the Lardeau where the meander complex is now a patchwork of deep pools and other beaver-created wetlands. So what did the inventory find about beaver numbers? Well, there were fewer beaver colonies counted in 220 than there were in 210, a drop of almost 50% along the Duncan River. But there are reasons for optimism as well. There may be a few simple actions that might aid beavers in the recovery process, such as some described in this guidebook. This might include depositing permeable log jams on some side channels to help buffer high flows and assist with lodge den creation. Or this might include supporting existing beaver dams that are stressed by high flows, or constructing beaver dam analogs or beaver starter dams to help beavers re-establish along certain channels. Best of all, there are signs of beaver efforts to recolonize a few areas, so this is likely to be a very effective time to carefully assist. This is the fresh scent mound you see here. So I'd like to thank the sponsors of this project. It certainly would not have happened without you. Thank you very much.